Bay Sports. Look at that. It's 4 people here. Well, Darnold kind of be here sometimes, but what's up? We got Charlie off the bench for Darnell. He had the rest of it, so
Six
load
man of the year.
management.
6 man of the
Getting
year.
the Kawhi treatment.
Oh, if that's the way you want to look at it, sure.
How
What's
y'all
going on
feeling
with
today?
y'all?
Nothing
I'm
much,
I'm
man.
good, man.
How
About to
about
be
this
off work.
basketball?
Same old shit.
I just want to get right into Chris Middleton, how he's kind of like overhyped a little bit.
Yeah, so Suns go up 2-0 on the Bucks.
I don't know,
Well, I'm just trying to figure out where the hype is from him. Like nobody ain't really
they
was hype over him.
But no,
oh
hey
my
man,
God, he
he the
he had
Batman.
36 points in the Hawks series, and oh my God, like all right, like yeah, I love it
Like,
last night.
I'm sorry. That was a series that they should have never been behind in. Like, I'm sorry. Like, the Hawks are a good team, and they play a very high tempo brand of basketball, and they got a lot. They can do a lot with Trey, but like, they're not supposed to be in. They're not even supposed to be in the conference finals. Like the fact that Milwaukee struggled the way they did, I don't get
I
it.
won't I won't say that just due to the fact I feel like that Atlanta was a little underrated because all their competition was healthy. The Knicks, top three, top five defense in the league, healthy. The Sixers, you can say Joel's not healthy, but Joel's playing like he was damn healthy. So they beat healthy competition that was supposed to like watch them, and they damn near swept the Knicks and then beat the fuck out the Sixers. So I'm like, they were decent. They're a good ass team.
They're good. I don't know. Like
We can't
watch.
we can't downgrade the Hawks. Come on.
Yeah,
You can't down.
not ice
I'm not
tray.
trying to downgrade them, but like that was a series that the Bucks should have had the upper hand in, and they struggled.
I feel like this. The Hawks are never the Hawks will never be better than what they did this year.
Everybody's in their 20s. Why wouldn't they?
Come on, man. Think about it. That boy, one of them leaving. Collins leaving, ain't he?
Who? Maybe,
Collins.
With John Collins.
possibly.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
he's a
if they
fan, you
don't
know
pay
he
him,
wanted a
he might
max.
walk.
If they don't pay him,
He wanted a max, and they said no.
oh, he
Nigga.
going somebody else gonna give it to him.
I'm just saying,
Maybe.
everybody except for Capella in their early 20s. So I mean, they still got like room to grow as a team. They have the most potential going in next year.
Yeah, because they don't got to pay
Yeah, they got a,
Reddish or Herter for a minute, and I think Trey still has like another year or two left on his rookie contract before they got to pay him.
Everybody is on an incline. Everybody can just get better.
mm,
Even
yeah. I
even
think they.
even even you saw a glimpse of Cam Reddish. You know, he's on an incline finally. But they had so much promise for
Yeah,
him. But
Yeah, when he's healthy, he plays nice.
yeah. They just need another consistent scorer, and that team will be scary, scary.
they,
I'm
you don't
trying to see
think you
how
don't,
they gonna get that done.
you
They
don't think
got deep to do it
Bogdanovich
on
and
the team.
Gallinari is consistent enough?
Nah, like they need a 20-point scorer besides Trey. Like somebody else has to be able to come out there and get 20 points a night. And then they still got to
That,
get the
that,
ball. I mean, Trey keeps everybody else involved, but they need another guy out there to, like, when Trey is having his lows, the other guy can still get his points on the phone.
that'll have to be Bogdanovich at that point.
I don't know. I think it could be Bogdanovich. It could be Hers look like fucking Steph for like a couple games. Cam Reddish was getting like his 11 in a quarter. Like they have a bunch of young guys on that team that can get the bucket. It's got a matter of who can do it consistently.
It's Collins can do it.
A lot of his
Possibly.
buckets come off a pick and roll though, so I don't really see him getting a lot of post up touches or
What
like
what
handling.
what you're trying to say? Nobody can dominate a game. They need another game dominator like
Yeah.
Trey
They need a
used to.
dominant scorer. They need a dominant scorer.
What they got to trade for somebody or get a free agent. There.
Yeah.
Not everybody can be the
Because,
Suns up 2-0 because when you got Brooke Lopez sticking CP3 for no fucking reason.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, put Lopez on the bench. Start Giannis at the 5. And then put in another smaller guy that could just get over those switches. Like, I mean, it's not that difficult.
Well,
Wait,
Like, it
wait,
worked
wait,
for them a
and
little
then,
bit
and
in
then what?
game one.
Put Portis in?
No, not Portis. I would put a like Bryn Forbes, Pat Connaughton, somebody like that, and let PJ Tucker play the four.
Yeah,
Like,
PJ Tucker's just a goon. That's all he
I
is.
don't know.
hey,
I think I'm running Giannis at the 5, like you said. I'm playing Bobby at the 4. Bobby Portis has been playing good minutes and he's versatile. He's been
That's
defending at
what
the
I
4.
said.
Putting PJ at the 3, then Chris and Drew, depending on if the Knicks can play good or not.
But Drew can't score, and that's the issue. That's the biggest issue. I think Drew can't score. You just have him
Man,
for one half of the
that's
court.
cause they got people that playing like they got Giannis catching the ball at the three trying to drive. That's not the move. They got to change it up.
yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
I mean, when Giannis is one
Let
for
Drew
five
be
from
point guard.
three, I told you
Huh?
Giannis is 30% from 3 feet away. See, he needs to stop that. Stop shooting three. Stop being one for five from three, and stop missing your free throws. He was 11 for 17 last night. Like,
I won't say too much on Giannis because the niggas still hit like all but like 6 feet shots and he shot 22 of them.
you're you're one for five from three. Stop doing it. You don't
Yeah,
have
stop
to do
shooting them. You don't have to, but niggas gas, boy. Like, okay, so I think it was the third quarter. He sat out for 1 minute and like 27 seconds, and they were like lost. They were down by like 9, but they
You
went in
said
like a
they
9-0
you
deficit.
said they play better without him, so why not sit for the rest of the fourth quarter? Then? Fuck
I
it.
didn't say they played better. I said the
No, no,
team played
I
better.
said
He
that.
said
I
that.
said it. I
Gus said
said it.
that.
I,
I
the
Both
said they're
guys
same
said
better.
play
that.
better. The same play better without him.
I
I
said
said
they're a
that. You're
better team
right.
with him on the court. Because as soon as he sit down,
That's the same difference. That's the same difference.
Listen,
no, I said they're a better
I
team when he's playing. They're a better team when he's playing.
Okay.
but put it like in a season he is. But like I said, this playoffs is showing that anybody that's playing positionless is not doing good. I'm telling you, the perfect example, the Sixers is out of it because they got a bunch of players that don't play their position. And look at
What?
him. He don't play his position. He get the ball at the 3-point line trying to drive on people. I'm like, yo, if you got a good point guard, they would pick him every time.
They don't have a good point guard. Then, if that's his thing.
No, it's just Chris Paul too small. That's it.
The comment on the Lopez point that Otis made, I can see where Bud is different. Like he's thinking about it because if Lopez is literally getting instant buckets in the paint every time you touch the ball, it's really difficult to be like, especially if you see Drew and Chris aren't making shit, and you have an automatic 2 points that's not Giannis on the floor. I can see him struggling to be like, damn, should I sit him? Should I not? He's giving up buckets on the other end, but he's
So
giving you an instant bucket on the other
so
end.
is the coach's fault in the end of the day.
Yeah, rotation's a part of it. It's not all his fault, but it's part of it.
Yeah, I
Giannis had
mean,
40. Giannis had 42. Who was the next highest scorer after that?
yeah, I think it was Middleton with
11. It was Middleton with
Damn.
11 being
You
next
got
highest scorer.
y'all got to understand like this, man. Whoever making the money is gonna stay on the fucking floor. Whoever getting paid the most gonna stay on the floor. It's playoff. They gonna do that,
Depending on the coach.
huh?
Depending on the coach. I feel like niggas like Pop won't even
Man,
fuck. Pop will sit your ass.
man, Pop and them ain't paying nobody.
that,
The fuck is wrong with you? They ain't
that's
paying
accurate.
nobody. That is facts.
Spurs ain't paying nobody.
No,
I,
you gotta be
I,
real. You gotta be real with that.
I'm
Mhm.
just saying you can't like,
no,
hey,
next highest score in that game was Drew with 17.
oh
On
wow.
shitty, on terrible
Yeah,
percentage.
yeah, on 33% from the field,
Oh
Won't,
33.
won't,
goodness.
won't
Not
Seven
everybody
to
go back?
21.
Won't everybody go back to that game when fucking Atlanta when they was out without when they was with Atlanta when they had Giannis? Look at their stats.
yes, because
Yeah, you talking
When
about the
did they
game that
take
got blown
Giannis?
out or the game they won?
The last two games they won, they all did good.
yeah, because you got to compensate. You got to overcompensate for Giannis being on the floor.
Then it's that one game too. I'm taking a small ass sample size and thinking it's gonna work the entire time.
But
Right,
if
'cause,
but
like
but
they
if
got
you look
blown
at the
out in one of those
Suns,
games too. Like when they were
if you
both
look at the
trading.
Suns, if you look at the Suns, CP3, Booker, and Bridges had 83 just for three players. Like that's how you do it.
Well, apparently that Monty Williams .5 second offense is like the goat because this getting everybody involved and just making the Bucks work on defense. Like the way I heard it is that Monty Williams has a philosophy that's I guess like D'Antoni on steroids, where it's like if you touch the ball, you have .5 seconds to decide if you're gonna shoot it, drive it, or pass it. If you don't, move that bitch. and you see it where they're just like constantly kicking it, making a decision, and the whole Bucks rotation has to like rotate 24/7 to catch up, and the niggas are gassed.
Because you can't catch the ball.
And when you got
I remember. I remember. Gus, you remember? Gus, you remember
Huh?
the Eagles had that philosophy? Just they were the fastest moving offense in the NFL at one point in time.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
I
remember that.
mean, that's a double-edged sword philosophy. I don't like it, but if it works, it works. Congratulations.
I just, I just think that if they just look at that right there, put Giannis at a position where he can, they might just put him at small forward.
no, no,
Giannis is needs to
He,
leave.
no, no.
Giannis can stay. He can stick with Chris Paul, bro. They might put him
No,
at small forward. He
Not
blocked
open
his shot when he tried to
screens.
lay it up, didn't he?
no. He is not staying in front of Chris Paul.
Yeah, when he got that block on Chris Paul, he was coming off of help. Like he wasn't guarding Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
there
think
was a
all the
switch.
blocks he had were like that, help defense blocks. He's not Ben Simmons. Like he's not staying in front of a nigga like 1-on-1 on the perimeter like that. He's a help defender. Which is why I would give them credit. Like they did slow the fuck out of DeAndre Ayton because Ayton had a bad game last night. They just got to figure out a scheme to guard Chris and Book and
But
Mikal because
Aiden can afford to have a bad game when your top three scorers score 83 combined points. Yeah, all right, I can have a bad game. And the top score is what, 118 or 108? All right.
And that's the thing about that Suns team. Like they got multiple guys that can come out there and score. Booker is going to get you 20 points every night at least. Chris Paul's going to get you 20 points every night. Mikal showed up and got you 20, but Ayton can get you 20.
Yeah.
Jay
This
Crowder,
Chris-
he's open. He
this-
can get you some threes.
This Chris Paul give you fucking 20 a night,
Shit,
more
nigga.
a night.
This
He want this shit. He want this. Like he can tell you
Yeah,
want
he-
it.
this
This is his ring.
this
This is his
this
ring.
Chris Paul can give you 20, and then Booker can give you 30. That's 50 accounted for. While Giannis can give you 40, and then we got to figure out if Milton get his ritual in the locker room. And
you gotta have the secret stuff. Gotta have the secret stuff.
They giving him the fucking Allen Iverson treatment, man. They let fucking Giannis do whatever he want. It doesn't matter. Nobody else singing.
so what he had the Allen Iverson treatment for 3 years.
I ain't gonna say that. You look at the game. Whenever Giannis touched the ball, the entire team shifts over to guard that man. They let him do shit. He just doing what he want to do.
That's not necessarily true. Because at 3, they just let him shoot it.
Oh yeah, when
He
he
said
shooting
what?
threes, yeah. Of course you let him
Three,
shoot
yeah.
threes.
That's why he only shot 5 of them because he was like, "Well, give me that. Let me chill out."
He ain't learned his fucking lesson. But it's the same thing with the Raptors. It's the same thing with the Heat last year. It's the same thing probably this year. He can't get over. He needs to leave. He needs to leave, honestly.
The difference
They're not
between
going to give him no help.
Giannis,
Yeah, and they're not going to give him any help. It's
where,
just
where
like
you gonna go?
Anywhere you want, honestly.
anywhere he
What
wants.
you
Where he
gonna
feels
go?
like it.
Where you gonna go to the Lakers? That's the only team that I can see with
no,
Twin Towers.
no, that would be terrible. We don't have enough shooters as it is.
Like,
nigga.
they had
Man, you know their
Negative shooting.
defense. You know their defense will be on 1,000.
It will be, but we can't score the ball. Nigga.
That don't.
Well, I'm
That
saying
don't. At some point, to some degree, that shit really don't matter because the defense create offense.
that team
Well,
was hitting 3 threes a game.
What I'm saying with
If that.
Giannis, it's just like Giannis
Man,
got you to.
Brian making like 3 threes a game. You can't. Y'all
That's the
lying.
only 3. That's the only 3 for the
Brian
whole
make like 3
game.
threes a game, bro. Like
And maybe AD.
AD be
what I'm
making
saying-
them too.
What I'm saying with Giannis made the Bucks relevant since Ray Allen, right? So just like he's a back-to-back MVP. He got you Eastern Conference Finals 3 years straight. To the finals this year. They're not. He can do whatever he wants.
I think that
And
team.
he's a 2-time MVP. Like he can go anywhere he wants. Period.
Let's keep it straight. He ain't going nowhere for a minute because he just signed that super max for like 6 years just last season. So that he ain't going nowhere. It's a matter of what can they do to make that team better.
It's called
And
a
they got a holdout for 4 years.
Give him the Aaron Rodgers treatment.
Yeah, for 4 years. About how you gonna sit?
Ain't
He
4
can do a
years.
James
Just
Harden.
give
You know what I mean? He can do a James Harden. He can do a James Harden.
James had 1 year left in that contract. This man has 4 years left on the supermax. That's
What
what
I'm
I'm
saying
saying.
is
and
get
look
me a good free agent.
Look, he had 1 year. Look what Houston got for James Harden now. They got everything.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Breadcrumbs.
So
it's because they
imagine
had to
that can
move
happen
him.
with Giannis. They can do that
Well,
same
they
shit with Giannis, though.
the thing with
Get
Harden
me
is
a
that they
good
had to
free
move
agent.
him.
That's all I'm asking for. Not Drew Holiday levels. A little bit higher.
They wanted Drew Holiday, bro. They wanted him bad. They got him, and look what happened. Look what's going on. He
Yeah,
can't
he was
They got
guard.
to
He
the
nice.
can't even
finals.
guard guards.
They got
He
to,
can't
yeah,
guard
right.
guards. He can't guard guards,
Don't get
yeah.
don't get it
They got
Listen,
the
twisted.
man.
they got the finals again.
Just because
And they
Trey
got
did
the
that to
shot
him
put
doesn't
me.
mean that he ain't not a good defender.
Yeah, don't get it
Huh?
twisted. The
Trey
nigga,
is just a monster.
What's the name
oh
doing it to him too? Fucking Chris Paul doing it to him.
nah,
Oh my God, Paul
they ain't
ain't getting
What?
had
it.
What?
no
Chris
because they
Paul
haven't
been
had him
running
on
into
him.
Damn.
screens all day.
They've been having Drew
What?
Holiday on Booker
On
the whole
Book,
time,
yeah.
and Book
But
had
hey,
a
but
inefficient
that
game.
man, listen, he ain't doing it against Booker either.
Book was struggling. What do you
Booker,
mean? The
yeah,
hot
Booker
Struggling
niggas
with
had
last
like
night.
31.
12 or
How
25.
much Booker
You're
had
not
last
struggling with
two? They
31.
only
Get out
played.
of
They
here.
only
You're
played
not
two
struggling with
games, bro. So you
31.
can't say they struggling. You not Booker
He's
gonna come out.
struggling. If it
Booker
takes
How
you
not
you
20,
struggling
struggling, bro.
with
Come on, bro. Come on,
31?
come on, come on, man. Come on,
if
come
it
on,
takes
man. Be
you
real.
25, if it takes you 25 shots to get 31 points, you're struggling to get them shots down.
How you
You're scoring off of
struggling?
free
You
throws.
Do
still
you,
got 30.
hey, bro?
Chris would have
Do
been
you
down
play in the
11.
NBA to be saying that, bro? Do you play in the NBA? Come on, stop that shit, man. It's the NBA. It be like,
The niggas that were on last night were Mikal Bridges, CP, Cam Johnson. Niggas are sleeping on Cam Johnson. That nigga's
and Booker,
hitting
and
everything he
Booker,
looks at.
and Booker. How much Booker
He
had
got the
last night,
points
bro?
up
Yeah, he had 31. He
again.
scored the most, but he
Yeah,
worked
that's
for
what
those
I'm talking about.
points. He worked for
All
those
right,
Yeah.
well, all
points.
right.
It don't matter if
If
he
he
worked
struggled,
for it. Did he get it?
what I'm
That's all
saying
it matters.
is,
Did he get the
with
points?
that being said, if he struggled, take away
We
half his points, they would have lost. I mean,
we
he
don't
needed
got no
all those
argument.
31.
We
Yeah,
don't
he
really
needed them
got no
all. That's what
argument.
I'm
That's
saying.
not.
He needed them all. If they get
That's
20, if they get like 20 points from Drew or Chris, they win that game. It's
but
a matter of them niggas play
but
terrible.
Well, Chris had 11, so
but how is the
I know.
bench?
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all
That's what I'm
y'all gotta
saying.
look.
You have a
Y'all
game
gotta
where two
understand.
out of the big three have Aiden had a terrible game and Booker
oh
is
my
struggling to get his
God,
$31.
But y'all gotta understand that them dudes is not gonna be scoring points like that if they gotta defend offensive people.
That's true.
They
Repeat that
not.
question. Repeat that statement
That's
one more
true.
time.
You're right.
Them dudes is not gonna put up no points if they gotta stick some of the best offensive people in the league. They don't. Drew Holiday not
Who?
gonna score them points. And what's not gonna score them points if you gotta stick the best offensive players in the league?
Yeah, that's what we were
that's
saying
that's
earlier about the
that's
0.5 seconds offense. Like they're making them work for it.
If they work for it and make it, that mean they're gonna get swept then.
Huh?
that's what I'm saying. That's how I
That's what
miss.
I'm
I
saying.
mean,
If
gonna
you
get swept.
telling me that they made them work hard for it and win the game, that means that they're gonna get swept. Cause
Giannis,
they ain't do
Giannis,
nothing.
Giannis did have to work hard for the 42 points. I give you that.
Yeah. All I was my point with him struggling to get those points is
I,
You have Aiden with a bad game and Booker struggling to get his 25 and they still won by 10 points.
no, no, no,
Like
no,
that
no.
goes to show you the production they weren't getting.
I get what you're saying. He's saying he had a bad game because Kevin Durant's all about efficiency. Like he can score
Yeah.
30 on 15 like 10, 12 shots. You know what I mean? So it's just like I get with you on the efficiency part, but he still was league high, if not game high with 31. So I mean,
I'm I'm just holding him by his standards. That's like with Katie, like you said,
okay,
if Katie is an efficient player and Katie has an inefficient game, by his, it wasn't a good game. It wasn't a good Katie game. If
And
a
that,
scrub in the league had that game, it's good. But like that's like you're holding this to the
that's
now
standard they
listen.
now
play at.
We talking about
Like,
Booker though.
yeah, Booker's not an inefficient scorer. That dude's a pretty
We,
efficient scorer.
let me
Booker
hold
is not KD. You can't talk about KD. Booker's not
Charlie,
considered the best in the league, is he?
Charlie,
All
He's one of
scorers,
the
yeah.
best scorers in the league. Absolutely.
Yes.
No, not top five.
He
Come
don't
on,
gotta be
cut that
top
out.
five.
he's top
No,
10.
he not.
He's
Think
He's
top
top
about
10.
it.
10.
Think
He's
Top
top
about it,
10.
dude.
10.
He's definitely top 10 scorer.
You tripping if he ain't top 10.
No, we said top five, bro.
I say you don't
You
have to be
said
top
top
You
five.
five.
said
You
KD.
said
You
it.
said KD.
No.
You said KD. KD is top five. Am I correct? You said KD.
KD is
Yes.
number one.
Yeah, you put
I
KD up there. You
I
can't. You
brought a
can't do
KD.
that,
I
bro.
brought a KD.
No, he
Cam
said
brought up
KD
KD.
too.
No,
I
he
brought a
brought up
KD
KD
in terms of
first.
I brought a KD in terms of efficiency. Just like if KD can score X
Just
amount of
saying,
points
like,
on
who
X amount
top
of
five
shots.
then? Who top five then?
KD, Steph, and
Steph,
B, Luca,
Dame.
Dang.
Dame. That's probably my
Yeah.
five.
Then from there you go what? Brad Beal, Booker in there somewhere. I don't know where I would rank him at, but he's in that top 10.
Hold on. Is it top five scorer or top five scorer through efficiency? Because that's two different things.
If I mean, on my list, if you're a top 10 scorer, you're also efficient when you're scoring. That's just me.
That's not true because
That's
you
not
just
always true.
we're doing Booker
It's like
31 points in a
Okay.
playoff game.
But
it's
I
like
want to get, I want to understand when the 25 was ever bad.
We're not
Please
saying
explain
it
to
was.
me.
His 31 was bad offensive efficiency. How many shots he took?
right.
Because 17 points isn't bad, but the fact he did it on 33% shooting is bad. From on Drew Holiday's point.
Oh,
But that's regular for Drew Holiday.
No.
No,
Oh,
Drew Holiday
this
got
year.
40% scoring.
No.
It's not
Before
regular.
this year. No,
He's a
before he got
defender.
to the.
He's a defender
Drew,
first, right?
I think Drew
He's
only
a
played.
defender first.
I think Drew
Okay,
only
so
averaged
that's
like
regular
16 or
for
17 a
him.
game,
He's
right?
a defender first. Not
He's
everybody's
usually
Kawhi.
he's not an inefficient. That's what I'm saying. Like on other teams he's played on, he's never been an
Right.
inefficient scorer. Is what I'm
Drew
saying.
averaged like
So
16 or
why is he
17
on
a
the
game, right?
Bucks?
Because they thought because he was an efficient scoring defender. That's why they picked him up.
Yeah, he ain't
Because
Kawhi. So I mean,
it didn't matter. Put it before. Like think about it. Before he got to this team, the biggest things he was known for was the sweeping Dame, and he locked up Dame and CJ and swept them. And then he played real like you have KD, Dame, and other top 5 scorers saying he's the best defender in the league. Before he got there, like if I'm the Bucks, I'm like, if the best scorer is saying he's the best defender in the league, and we just watch him sweep Dame and
I
CJ,
didn't.
I want him on my team if I can get him.
So we recruiting niggas off inside the NBA fucking quotes. That's
No,
crazy.
I mean,
he was on a
recruit him off
podcast.
of what he accomplished. But
That's
yeah,
what he
That's
did.
crazy.
during the
I
regular
hate
season, he shot 50% from the field. He shot 40%
I hate
from
fucking
three. So like, he's not an
basketball because
inefficient
that
scorer.
niggas don't
That's
make no sense.
league standard.
Hey, that's like what Gus
Oh
said,
my
right?
goodness.
The niggas, I don't play in the league. If niggas in the league that are good saying that he's nice, I'm gonna take it off their word. Nigga. These dudes scoring the buckets.
I can't. I really can't wait for fucking football to come back for shit that just makes sense. It's just like the team played bad. That's why we lost. you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Giannis was on the floor. They played so much better with Giannis on the floor.
They
You can't
played
say that in
bad.
football. Man, and Tom Brady, they played better with Tom Brady off the field. It's like, what the hell? It's like it doesn't work in football. It's like you play bad because you got your backup in there. Oh, goodness gracious. Basketball, right?
It's semantics.
Love that shit.
No, it's not. He literally said they played better when Giannis was not on the floor. Yes, they had to make up his points. So I guess they would have to play up with their potential. You know what I mean? It's just
The
like
reason
when
I said
Giannis
that
played,
because they spread the ball around better. That's the
Cam,
reason why I said that.
I get
the
he's
reason,
not there. I get that he's not there. And so it's a
Cam,
whole different team.
the
God,
reason that point don't make no sense is look at the niggas that proposed that point. The what Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless, these are niggas that say shit for headlines. They're not really analyzing the game.
I get you have to say that for to fill up a
Yeah,
time frame for your minutes. I get all that, but
they
it's
don't
just
believe
like
that shit.
it literally makes no sense.
It don't.
No, it doesn't.
But
The
those shows
team
It's
aren't.
like
works better without my star player on there. Okay, so get rid of him and then just keep playing without him. I mean, that's the
But
only
that's the
option.
point, though. Those shows are made for casual basketball watchers. Those shows aren't made for people that watch the game in depth like that. These are dudes that watch a finals game once a year or a couple playoff games. That's what
Yeah,
those shows are
yeah,
for.
I get what you're saying, but but I'm just saying if I heard Giannis scored a bad 42, I'm like that is out of control.
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
I don't know
And
how that
Skip,
makes sense.
Skip Bayless said I was about that's a bad 42. I'm like,
Cause the team, it could be a bad 42 because the team lost.
I mean,
If you watch the format that those like Skip and Shannon go on, every series, all right, LeBron's gone, all right, cool. We need to have somebody for Shannon to go for and somebody to Skip to go for. You're gonna find all the bullshit reasons why this team's good. I'm gonna find all the bullshit reasons this team's
what I'm
good.
saying is this.
but
What I'm saying is this. If if Giannis 42 was bad, Kevin Durant's 48 with the toe step shot was bad also. It's just plain and simple.
Yeah, you're right.
If his 42 was bad,
but you know, Skip will never say anything against KD. That's his best player in the
no,
league.
I
For
get it
now.
because
Right.
now you saying 42 is bad because he went for 5 from 3 and he was 11 for 17 from shooting free throws. I mean, okay, because if he was perfect, then it'd be a 48, and then just like would it still be bad? Because that wouldn't have they would have lost by 2 instead of 10. So I mean,
Right.
Skip be on
whatever the
some
case may
bullshit.
be.
Skip was like, oh, when he's out there and he misses a free throw, the body language of the players don't seem right, and he don't really want to be out there. And that I'm like, bro, if you don't shut up, nigga, you don't shut up.
Skip's a goat.
Yeah.
Skip,
Skip is just a this antagonistic person in general. Like whatever the meta is in the sports world, he's gonna be the opposite. That's just what he does.
I wish I could make millions of dollars doing that. I could just pretend to hate LeBron for like 20 years and make millions off of that.
He said
Yeah,
20,
yeah,
20
right.
years.
This nigga been doing this for a minute,
And Kwame Brown career, nigga, and Kwame Brown career, and fucking made
bro.
all that money.
Make the same points.
Nigga killed Allen Iverson, and he made all that money. Come on now, what's the name?
Stephen
The
A.
perfect. Yeah, he's a perfect
Somehow
disease.
still finds a way to defend the Clippers, even though they can't get to the finals any
Oh
time
my
ever. You know what I'm
god,
saying?
bro.
Like,
You remember when
I love,
y'all saw that nigga threw the Kawhi shoes away, and then the next game he was like, "Oh, I love him again." I'm like, "Nigga, if you
no,
don't shut up."
the thing that bothers me with Stephen A. and I had to respect Shannon for this. Shannon's a football player, right? But
Mhm.
he knows he took the time to figure out the game of basketball and just had, I guess, honest takes. I'm not saying they're accurate, but they're honest to him. So it's just
right.
like, LeBron's his man, and LeBron, like, you know, LeBron dominated the league, so I
Mhm.
guess that's his, security blanket to go back on. LeBron does this, LeBron does that, and he's accurate on that. So LeBron got all the stats. He's accurate on this. Stephen A. is supposed to be a basketball analyst professionally, but doesn't know anything about football, and it's mind boggling. When football season comes up, he just doesn't know shit for 17 weeks. It's crazy. It's just like it's mind boggling.
They pay him money to do it. What he got a
Right.
fat? He got like what 48 mil or some shit like. He got a fat contract. Hey, the
He
NBA
got
ain't
a
that
Fat
bad.
contract.
his
To talk
contract. His
about
contract
players
is
that are out
ridiculous.
on injury. That's
They
his
pay
thing.
that
Like,
Oh
man.
my god, that Hunter Henry skit was hilarious.
I'm
I
looking
can't
at
wait to
the.
see Hunter Henry and them
I'm
boys in the play. I was just like Teddy Bruschi. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's
a,
like, not even playing. Like, what? This nigga's the fucking MMA world just inflame him because they got him the fuck up out of here. They got to win
oh
him
yeah, I remember
for
that.
one time. They got him the fuck out of here.
He
I was like, this
commentated
nigga,
on one game, and Joe Rogan was like, "Oh no, you can't say that."
nah. Joe Rogan got him the fuck out
400
of here.
or
He's like, nah.
400.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I can't do it. I
He's only
can't
good
do
for
it.
basketball. It is barely that because Kwame Brown got him the fuck out of here.
He just be talking on the side of his neck, bro. They be talking. But again, I understand that you're there for casual fans. Casual fans are what make up a majority of sports. That's what make like
Right.
they make the money off of sports. There's like a
Hmm.
very niche audience, which is why you go to others. That's why I take more. I don't listen to 100% of what players have to say, but I listen to more player shit than
Opinions
analysts. I'm like,
and
they
yeah,
were
evidence.
there, yeah. Like if Shaq be
That's
saying
why.
some
That's
weird shit
why.
sometimes, but I'm like, bro, you got
That's why
60 up.
that's why I love when the NFL does the top 100 and it's all players voting and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's entertaining to see who they think is like the best at all the positions. I think the NBA should do that. I think the NBA should have a top 100 players and just
I
like
just
when the
I
season
just
starts.
like their stories.
Well, didn't they do that already?
I think.
They had like a top
Huh?
50 in like the 90s, right?
Yeah,
They
they
had
had
a
it
top
Mm,
50
before,
of
but
all
they let
time.
it go.
I know
I
the
just like.
NFL does it every year.
Okay.
Top 100 players and the players vote. I think the NBA should start doing that. That's like that probably be really like entertaining. Just like it gives certain players shine that you don't really hear about. It just like
Hmm.
I think that'd be really dope for the NFL, NBA to do that. It's like top 100 players and just like who the best player in the league. We think right now. I know LeBron will win like every time, but I think that'd be
I
dope
like,
for that
I like,
I
NBA.
mean,
I just like, I like the NBA player stories. I like when they tell
Mm.
stories. I don't really like when they talk about basketball because they be throwing shade at a lot of players,
Yeah,
and
be
so they so
biased as hell.
cause
damn,
yeah, I just like when they
this
tell
is
stories. The
rivalries in the
stories be
game,
everything.
so.
Bro, when Shaq said that Big Country was cooking him, I'm like, bro, I had not. That'd be the last thing I would have ever thought. He
Exactly,
said
exactly.
Big Country was cooking you, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love when Shaq was on Sports Center. Our girl Ryan Hollis, probably the worst fucking commentator, worst fucking sportscaster of all time.
Oh,
Look at Ryan,
you talking?
Ryan Hollis saying LeBron's the best player of all time, and everybody just like about to walk off the
Oh,
set.
Oh yeah, I
This shit.
remember. I
you
remember.
talking about the ultimate light skin bull?
Yeah,
Uh,
Oh my god.
it's like
that's what you
it's like you never watched Shaq Kobe play. Like I mean, you never watched Jordan and Kobe play.
I know that man. I know LeBron got to be tired of like this nigga be at home and then his phone blow up. Oh well, this nigga was talking about you being the best. Well, he said he hates you now. Like it's been the
Right.
same conversations for like almost 2 decades. But I know he's tired of this shit. Like you
You
can't
gotta
like
be.
or post anything without somebody breaking down whatever you do critically.
I mean, but that's what comes with fame. Like, unfortunately, it's like
The money. I'm pretty sure the money is very deafening. So it's just like,
Probably yeah. That man went to a WNBA game and Skip's like, well, your best friend is at the arena across the street and you couldn't go support him because you're a drama queen and you want the attention. I'm like, why are you reaching for that? You reaching so hard. You're reaching so hard.
you want to support the banana hammock and support CP3 get into his first finals in 16 seasons, and you got to go to the WNBA game to get attention on yourself and get Dame Dollar there.
That was the
Oh my!
first like that was the first segment where I was seeing
cool.
Shannon like look at Skip like he was crazy as fuck. Like he said that and Shannon was like, nigga, what is wrong with you, bro?
right. It was like he can't go to a game,
Skip
and you
is
know
fucking crazy.
that's LeBron trying to be out
Give
there
me the
recruiting
box and put
dames
in
for
my book bag.
Lakers. That's all it is.
Well, I don't doubt that. I hope we do. Shit, please do that. Please come,
I would love
please.
it.
Oh my god,
That'd be fine. Dame with the
they don't,
Lakers.
they don't respect him. Come on, come on to LA, bro.
I,
Come
I need
on.
I need that what is this fucking time travel farts and fucking that CP3 trade got approved to go to the Lakers.
That's a ring,
With
That's a
Kobe,
ring.
that's a
That's a
ring. That's
ring. That's
definitely
a
a ring.
ring.
I need that what is to be animated or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
No injuries.
Yeah,
That's a
Yeah.
ring for sure. That's a
yeah, for
guaranteed
sure.
ring.
You could-
So where y'all think Dame going? If he going anyway?
Portland. You gonna stay right his ass in
Dame,
Portland.
Dame said.
We said
That
go. We said go. We ain't say like come
But
on now.
if
that
he
nigga's hard
if
headed.
I said if he go, where you think he gonna go? Not Portland. Nigga. We
LA,
know he in
I
Portland.
say
He
LA.
in Portland right
If
now.
he was to go, I think it would be the Lakers. I think
Yeah,
Where you from though? Where you from?
he Cali.
Yeah,
He,
he's
he,
from
he
he's from
He from
Cali.
LA. He from
got an
LA.
Oakland Raiders tattoo on his shoulder. Yeah, that nigga from Cali at least. I know.
He actually from Golden State. Around where Golden State at. That's where he from. He from the Bay.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
him wanting to go there.
I
Now
bet the Raiders.
they do that nigga dirty if he stayed there through all that shit and then he requested to go somewhere that you don't send him there. Boy, Portland look trash. You ain't never get another free agent if that's the case.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. Like they'll never get another star ever.
So they have to send him where he said he want to go. If you send him to like Cleveland for some bullshit, I'm like, bro, you will never get another free agent. You
Send
gonna have
him
to
away.
fire your front, please. Or don't fuck around and send him to the Clippers and
Shit.
for me. You know what I'm saying? Some
Shit.
bullshit.
I think this send him to the New York Knicks and see what happens. He might turn up.
He goes
Hey.
to, yeah, guaranteed.
He go to New York
They need
Knicks,
another-
right?
Because that gives him a legit score. Yeah, that's pretty scary.
They need more
Yeah.
offense. It's not Drew out. It's not Julius Randle.
What they say in there is, you know, if Zion go there, you know, Zion was begging to go there pretty much.
That would be the worst,
Yeah.
ugliest offense I've ever seen in my life.
Zion,
the
Zion is leaving.
ugliest shit.
Zion is leaving New Orleans. New Orleans better trade him.
He ain't got a choice to go nowhere right now.
Right, he's still on his rookie contract.
And then he's restricted, so whatever they can literally just throw money at him and keep him there for at
Right.
least the next 6 years if they want to.
No, they better trade him because he can hold out. He can do a James Harden. I keep telling you.
James had
want to do that though. Like,
no.
Zion, he's not that type of player. I don't think. I think he's gonna play regardless.
Yo, hey,
What you
listen,
mean?
you put him in New York, he's gonna be that type of player. I'm just trying to tell you, wherever he go besides New Orleans, he's gonna be that type of player.
No, James had that. Didn't James have 1 year left on his contract? He's about to be a free agent this offseason, isn't he?
James got fat and said, "Nah, I'm good." And then they shipped him out, and then shipped him out, and it's like, oh, later in Brooklyn. Oh,
He
okay.
put on the water
So,
weight.
but look, my cousin ready to make it to the Hall of Fame, yeah. You hear
Who?
me?
You talking about the?
James Jones, he may make it to the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame. He
I
won a
mean,
ship
You
as
say,
a general manager. It's
and you
over.
keep
He going to the Hall
saying
of Fame.
Draymond's not gonna make it.
Have they put general managers in the Hall of Fame before?
No, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, I
Bird.
didn't know.
What you talking about?
He
Bird?
got reinducted to the Hall of
They
But
Fame
no,
for
did
his
he?
time as and he didn't even win a ship in Indiana. They still gave it to him.
Did he even have a winning season when he was a GM in Indiana? I don't count that shit. Then you can. I'm not gonna. Bird is literally a Hall of Famer for playing basketball. I'm not counting that shit.
We're not for a Hall of Fame now. Wow.
We're counting Hall of Fame. I'm not gonna take. That's like taking Magic Johnson, have him be the GM for the Lakers for 2 seasons, and have losing seasons, and be like, all
If he
right,
did it,
now
he
you're in
did
the Hall
it.
of Fame.
If he did it,
That's some
yeah.
bullshit.
But your man James Jones, man,
Yeah, but he had some good seasons, both coaching and
he
as a GM for
structured that team.
Indiana though. Bird.
James Jones structured the shit out that team, though, bro.
Shout out to James Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made the right moves. I give him that
Yeah.
because they were like when the boldest move he did was that Cam Johnson trade down. He picked him up because they did
You
not
know
move
what's
that nigga at
bad?
all.
You know what's bad? That LeBron streak is still exists because of
streak?
him. He the
What
one
streak?
that made it to the final. Remember that joint they had like people about their squad that made it to the finals. He's still on that list because he made it to the finals.
Oh damn, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Him and Jake.
Man, remember they said
Yeah,
it was always somebody on
Brian
LeBron.
got him 2 rings, didn't he?
Huh? He got 3 rings.
He got 3.
Both the
He
Miami
got 2
rings
at
and the
Miami.
Cleveland.
Yeah, and the Cleveland. And he may get 4. We may get his 4th, like waiting him, right?
Shit, Jay Crowder finally about to get his ring. That boy been in the finals the last 3-4 years. He finally about to get a ring.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, always on the wrong team.
That was a great Jay Crowder ball.
And that's crazy. That's crazy. He's one of the best 3-and-D in the league. He had 3-and-D too.
He's streaky as hell.
Yeah.
Super streaky. He JR streaky.
The defense there, but he be streaky as hell in the 3-part.
So I did want to ask. This was a topic. Who's like the best? Who the best like 3-man team ever? Like not the best, but I say the top 5 3-man team. So you'd be like, Durant, Harden, Westbrook.
And these are all no injuries, right?
Steph, Clay. This is all time. Steph, Clay, Draymond, Jordan, Pitt, Rodman.
I'm gonna swap that one you said, Steph, Clay, Draymond, to put Steph, Clay, KD. Because there was something you could do there.
Yeah.
Of course, Jordan, Robin,
top 5.
Pippen. I'm taking my Warriors trio number 1. I'm just gonna put that out there.
So you got Steph, Clay, KD, number 1.
Yes, that's my number 1 trio. Because you can't stop them.
You said the Warriors, the number 1 trio?
The best NBA trio of all time. It's all top 5. We can do top 5.
We have to go with the Lakers though. But back in the day, you had to go Magic Johnson, Worthy, and Kareem. That was the best.
So who you put as the third option? James Worthy?
Huh? Yeah, Worthy.
You put Worthy as
Worthy, Kareem, and what's the name?
Magic.
Niggas did it. They won how many chips?
5, I think. Was it 4? 4 or 5?
He won 5. Magic got 5.
Yeah, they won 5 ago.
So I'll ask you this: Where does Kobe, Shaq, and Horry stand at?
That's the third, but we throwing Ori.
It would have to be. It ain't.
Horry is not the third man. Cut that shit
I
out.
put Rick. I put Rick Fox in there before I put Horry. Yeah.
I'll probably do Fisher.
Rick Fox
Or Fisher. Gary Fisher. D. Fish.
Fish.
Yeah, D. Fish.
90 miles. 90 miles. Derek Fisher.
Yeah, no disrespect to Matt Barnes, but yeah, Derek Fisher.
90 miles. Derek Fisher. So you got Derek Fisher, Kobe, and Shaq.
Yeah, that'd be a trio, I guess.
I got
But like,
I got
it's
I got
really
horns.
weighted. It's really weighted on the Kobe and
All right, all
Shaq.
right, all right, all right. So who you got? Where you got Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, and Stojakovic at?
What, man?
Like
They
number
ain't even there.
seven.
Listen, you can't
You
have them
said
there if they want
7?
to chip. They
Like,
gotta be
yeah, I
better than
always
them.
put them in top
They
five.
got cheated, bro. They got cheated. Don't do that.
They ain't even. I would put like low key. If this team was all in their prime and all healthy, Drexler, Barkley, and Olajuwon would be hard. Like
Okay.
if they were all in their
I
prime.
mean,
If Drexler
Bron,
didn't get there, and he was
Wade,
old.
and Bosh. That's top five.
That's top 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Ron Wade,
Look,
Bosh.
here you go. Where you put the Pistons at then?
That's just a
Yeah,
unit. I can't even say that's a trio. Like that's a unit.
which
Yeah.
one?
Unit.
Which one? Which one? Which one?
Which one you
The
talking
one
about?
that won a ring.
Are you talking about the Bad Boys?
I'm talking about Wallace, and what's his name? And Rip
Oh,
Hamilton.
oh,
And
oh, oh,
and you can
oh.
put Bullets in there. That was
Wallace,
yeah, you right.
Chauncey,
But what
and Rick.
about
Yeah, you right.
Prince?
Wallace,
What
Chauncey,
about
Rick.
Rick?
No, that was a squad. That was a squad. Yeah, we can't put them in there. That was a
Yeah,
squad. They had
that was a squad. That's a number
Yeah,
Yeah.
five.
that
That's
was a
five
Because
squad.
men.
I put Tayshaun in there before I put damn Rip on that bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. Rip
Don't
was
do
like a
that.
better
Don't do
What?
that.
scorer.
Oh, come on.
Don't
You
do
Tayshaun,
that.
smoking that? You
Don't do
smoking that
that.
Ready Rock?
Tayshaun
You
was
smoking that Ready
Tayshaun was
Rock?
put
You
Tayshaun was
smoking
putting that
Ready
work
Rock
on
now, bro?
Kobe.
Don't do that. Rick Von
No, no,
Doom.
no, no.
Don't
You
do Rick
on
Von
Ready
Doom
Rock?
like that.
Y'all
Rip,
tripping.
Rip, Rip putting them
Don't
bullets
do
in
Rick
every
Von Doom
night,
like
bro.
that.
He was
Rip put them
hooping, but
bullets in every night.
Tayshaun was putting
Every
them
night.
shackles on Kobe though.
Don't do Rick Von Doom like that. Don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you being
Rip,
disrespectful right now.
Rip. Come on, get out of Colesville, Rip Hamilton.
Now, in this scenario, I'm saying all the players are in their prime, right? Or is this just niggas that just played? Like, are we doing
A trio,
hypotheticals?
a trio in a prime. That's what it is. So you do Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, shit like that.
Yeah,
But what I'm
I
saying
mean,
is like for me,
like
I
I
really,
said,
like I said earlier, but I want to see Drexler, Barkley, and Olajuwon all in their prime and healthy together. Because Drexler got there, he was old, but I want to see them in their prime play together. That would have been hard.
Now you switching up the format. You switching up the format.
I'm
So I
sure
mean,
that's not a lot of trios like that though. There's like maybe like 10 relevant trios.
Yeah, so you
and
come
who's
get
your
the top
top
five.
five? That's the case. I mean,
It
you got
kind
what?
of
Who your top five trios?
the Heat though, like in the Heatles, that KD Golden State team,
Where the Bulls? Where the
the
Bulls at?
Bulls.
Where's Jordan Pippen, Rodman at?
They're top 3 probably. They're in discussion for the top 3. They won 6 rings, so it's kind of hard not to. Like you win 6 rings together.
They won
Not
three together.
Rodman.
Yeah, they won three together.
Oh, 3 because Rodman got there later, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron got there
yeah.
in '96.
they either 3 or 4. Like they're like what? They're like number 3.
Even then, shit, winning more than one is crazy. Because most teams don't
Yeah.
get there or win one period. So I'm just like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Like, cause like you brought up Garnett, Pearson, Allen. They only got there once. You know what I'm saying?
One.
No, they
One
got
ring.
there twice. They went back to back though,
they
and they
went
got
back
jerked
to
the
back.
last
Yeah.
one. They got
Yeah, they went back
jerked
to
the
back,
last
but they
one.
lost.
They got jerked by the Lakers the last one.
Yeah.
They lost bad too, boy. At third
Shit.
quarter in what
No,
game
no.
7 or game 6?
Put it this way.
No, they kept putting Kobe on the foul line when Kobe was fucking struggling the whole game.
That's what you got to do.
Like
Shit.
No, they
you
kept
say
putting him
that
on the foul. They don't even foul him. They don't even
LeBron,
foul.
Wade,
They kept putting
and
him there.
Bosh is top three. I mean top five, but they only got 2 rings. You know.
Are we doing that thing where we're judging off rings?
I'm
I
not.
mean,
That was tough for
I'm,
me because like you got Braun that like hadn't really like got like once LeBron got to the finals and like won that first one, like he got down his like format. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's like Trey. If Trey Young would have got to the finals this year, like you have a young team that goes to the finals. Oh, okay. Better example, that OKC finals team, right? They got there and they really like it wasn't really fully actualized
So,
KD, if that makes
what
sense.
what you gotta say is it the Warriors KD team or it's a Thunder KD team?
Nah, I'm just talking about, for example, when he's ranking that Miami team and LeBron getting those 2 rings. I'm just like, it's tough.
I mean, I got my Warriors trio is the best thing, best trio period, and they only got 2 rings. No, I'm not putting it on just on rings.
They're back to back. They're back to back. That's different.
That's tough though. Yeah.
Back
As
back
much
to
as I
back.
hate that,
You
You
said
can have
Warriors
two,
still?
but if they're back to back, that's more defiant. You know what I mean? That's more
Yeah.
concrete. If they're back to back.
Well,
Yeah.
then by that standard, then the Jordan, Pippen, Rodman got to be number one because they won three back to back.
Shit.
I feel
Shaq,
I feel
Kobe,
like we
and
missing something from
Rick
back in the day
Fox.
though.
You said
Yeah,
what?
Shaq, Kobe, and Fisher
I feel
also three back to back.
I feel like we missing something from back in the day though. We
I
missing something.
mean, you could put that the Russell Celtics up there, but yeah, that's like six niggas Hall of Fame deep. Like,
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Havlicek? Was it Russell? Was it Havlicek on that team?
I don't even
Havlicek,
remember that roster, but I know they have six Hall of Famers on that Celtics team from back then. And
Havlicek,
Russell got
Kuzi,
11 rings.
Havlicek, Kuzi, Russell, um, Sam Jones. I think was on that team, right? It was
They
Sam
had
or
the
Casey
team.
Jones. I can't one of them or one of the others. That roster
I
is
think,
deep.
but I think we missing some people, yo.
You
I
go with
mean,
Cause
the
we ain't even
Bird,
thinking about
McHale,
it
and
like
Parrish got to throw them up there.
yeah, that was good. I mean
They
like
they they got I forgot how many rings they have total together. Is it four? Four or five?
shit. You go back
No, it's
to. I
not
mean,
five. It's
they
got to be four.
granted they didn't win. You go back with the Jerry West Lakers. Was Wilt on that team? Was Wilt on that the Jerry West Laker team?
Mm.
It was like Jerry Wilt and
Who was the third though?
was it Elgin Baylor? Was Elgin Baylor on that team?
Because like even with
Cause
Shaq and Kobe is a duo. I don't count them as a trio. Like there is
Yeah.
nobody else that
let's
contributed as much to make them a trio, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's tough though because you got two dudes that's gonna take up half the shots on the team. You got to find a third option in there like to get. Because I
Yeah,
feel like if you're a third,
trios are
if you're
hard to make.
when you're a third star though, what makes you that third star? Because that's not really going to be scoring like that. Because the other two players are getting that. It's got to be like the defending, the playmaking, something like that.
yeah.
Which is why you could put like somebody like Derek Fisher in that top three maybe, because he's
But
not
you
going to
take,
get the same points.
but you also take away the Spurs. You could easily say Tim Duncan, Mano, and
And
Kawhi.
no, or Tony Parker. Tony Parker's
Hey, you taking Tony out of that?
yeah.
Hey, Cam said, "Fuck Tony, that's crazy."
And Kawhi only got one with them. Tony Parker got three.
So Tony
Yeah,
fucking
Tony Parker, Tim
Duncan
Duncan, and Mano.
Manu.
and
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Manu. Yeah, that was a
Mono,
given.
that's
but
definitely a trio.
Mono came
100%.
out the bench though. Mono came out of the bench though. That's crazy, yo.
He could have started. He should have. He could have started.
He ain't want to start.
So he could have. Yeah, man, probably could have averaged like 25 on any other team starting. And if we're being honest, 25 to 23 maybe.
So
If they didn't
what? So
have
what
Ford.
about the Rockets? You had T Mac,
No. Oh, y'all
Mania.
can
Who
say
else?
the Lakers.
That's a duo. That's just a duo.
Kobe,
There's a duo.
Kobe, what is that? Kobe, fucking what's the name? The white boy.
Gasol.
Kobe Gasol and Lamar Odom. Remember that? They wanted to.
Yeah, they won
Yeah.
two.
If we were,
The Coke,
One,
the
two.
Coke trio.
He had two twin towers, two 7-footers.
The Coke trio. And only one of them was doing it.
you said the Coke trio.
One of them was doing it.
Tripping.
That nigga was fooling that shit.
Oh,
That nigga was smoking rock. Nigga was in the league. Fuck.
Rest in peace to Lamar Odom's career.
Sheetrock drywall.
now how nasty is? Because I know you heard the story about like Tim Duncan going to the Magic, right? Back then with like how nasty would that trio be though with a healthy Grant Hill, healthy T Mac, and Tim Duncan? That's immediately like that's 3 rings off the top of my head I can ring off right there. That's 3
That's dominance for a while.
if
Like
they healthy.
yeah.
That's 3.
Now, if you take a custom trio from any era on the same on that team, on a team, like who would be the best one?
You said a custom trio?
Yeah, but you had to be on that team. Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh man, hold on.
So if you do Philly, you do Dr. J, AI, and the B. You know what I mean? Some shit like that.
I'm gonna go Toronto and I'm gonna say T Mac, Vince, and Chris Bosh.
No, I'm going
That's
LA.
the
LeBron. LeBron, Kobe, Shaq. That's a wrap. Give it to
Oh
me.
yeah,
I'll
that's
take it.
done. Yeah.
LeBron, Kobe, Shaq. Give it to me. That's done. That's a wrap. That's a done. You
over
would
over
literally put
Dr.
over this.
over Dr. J and Bede and AI.
Yes, fuck him.
What
LeBron,
about
Kobe, Shaq.
Rose, Jordan, and Pippen?
That's tough, but we still got Shaq though. We still got Shaq.
You got MJ.
Yeah,
Healthy
but
Derrick
we got
Rose.
prime Kobe though. That's. I'm not gonna say it's
You
gonna
got
cancel each other
Prime
out,
Rose.
and we got prime LeBron. What you gonna do? Like LeBron over D. LeBron over
Yo,
D.
hold
Rose.
on, hold on,
Shaq
hold
over.
on,
Go ahead.
hold on. Healthy Clyde Dressler, healthy Brandon Roy, healthy Dane. Well, Dane's always healthy, so that don't really matter.
That's cool,
That's a lot of
but
points.
I'm still
But they
taking
small.
That's a lot of points.
points. Yeah,
Yeah, they gonna score.
not a lot of defense though.
No, so you would. I don't know. It's a lot of variations.
That's
Yeah,
I'm taking Kobe, Shaq, LeBron over
that's
anybody.
fun.
Kobe
Yeah,
Shaq
Kobe
Brown's
Shaq
pretty
LeBron.
nasty.
That's pretty
And
great.
they
That's
prime. You got like 2013 LeBron, '08 Kobe when he getting 81, and you got 2000 or '01 Shaq. Like that's
yeah.
put whatever else you want on that team. You can fill that team up with like fucking a million Wesley Matthews or Kwame Browns, whoever you want to put on that team. That's a dub.
You could put
Yeah, don't do
Stevie
don't do
Wonder on
don't
that
don't do
team
that
and
to
they
Mama's
still get a
cooking.
ring.
Don't do that to Mama's cooking. I'll let him on.
Because you're drawing a million fouls a game with Shaq, and then you already know what Kobe and Shaq gonna do. And this is Kobe in 2008, where he's at his scoring peak, where he's like averaging 35 a game, and then you got LeBron. That's if LeBron doesn't have to score the ball and he has to worry about defending and facilitating. Also, wrap, it's done. All he got to do
LeBron
is
gets to
chase,
be Ben Simmons.
bro. He has to chase down block shit and set niggas up. That's a wrap. And he can actually guard 1 through 4 and sometimes 5. And Kobe's 10 time, like what, 7 time all the first team, or at least not first team all D, but at least all defensive teams. He's got at least like 6, 7 of them. So he's playing defense. LeBron's playing D. Shaq don't really got to play defense. You just got to do Shaq shit. Shaq was really never a really great defender outside Orlando, but you don't got to be if you're doing Shaq shit.
So
Right.
it's just Lakers hands down like the best custom trio.
I just can't think of anybody to beat that because you got to have somebody to guard Shaq. I mean, maybe Hakeem, T Mac, and
Who?
Harden. Hakeem, T Mac, and
Oh my
Harden.
God, that might be nasty.
Hakeem, T
Ooh,
Mac, and
that's
Harden. Guard.
gross. That's gross.
You're not getting the same level of defense in the wings, but Hakeem already proved he could lock up Shaq. At least Orlando Shaq. He locked up Orlando Shaq. So maybe LA Shaq's different. I don't know. But
I don't know, but
yeah.
Chuck in Houston was nasty.
Yeah.
Got them to the playoffs. And
True.
actually got them to the finals, right?
Yeah, they got to the finals, yeah. Because they won 2. Well, no, Chuck didn't get one, so he got there after the fact.
Houston Chuck. You take 2017 Harden, and then take Hakeem.
Houston
I
Chuck
don't
was
know.
Houston Chuck was okay, but that was older Chuck though. I don't really. I mean, he's not the same defender, and I don't.
Hey,
Maybe it's good.
Hey,
I'm not taking.
he got to the finals, so I mean that's
He got
it.
there.
That's
But if I'm taking T Mac over Chuck though, that's just me. Houston T Mac.
so
Yeah.
T-Mac Harden, Hakeem.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how you guard that team. Like,
you don't. And then Hakeem swatting everything.
yeah,
Swatting everything. He's swatting anything you look at.
You know, you tell Paul Pierce he's still taking his Boston team.
You ask
team that
anyone on
got
that Boston
beat.
team. Paul Pierce to pick him, KG, and Big Baby and think he gonna win that shit.
What about Larry Bird? Nah, he wasn't physical enough. Okay.
That team be annoying. That they take that 1 year, like that 1 year is equivalent to 5 rings.
Yeah.
swear to God. They be
Paul
shitting
Pierce,
on Ray.
he is still convinced that he is better than LeBron. Like,
He thought he was better than D Wade. Yeah, bro. It's like, nigga, stop.
He ain't better than D-Wade. He didn't even know what a wing shooter was, but you know, who am I to judge? He said, what did he say? He said Ray Allen was the best wing shooter. And then Steph, he said Steph was a wing shooter. I'm like, wing
Yeah, it
shooter? I'm
says.
like, what?
And then
And then
he said he's a
he said
better
Clay.
shooter than Clay. It was like,
No,
stop it.
he said no, he said Steph's a better wing shooter than Clay. Well, okay.
Yeah, but he also said that
You
he
don't
is a
think girls
better
like
shooter
Clay?
than Clay.
You
I
can
don't
tell the
know.
difference between dudes that just hoop and dudes that actually study the game. Like you got dudes like the LeBrons, the Kobe's, the Jordans that kind of like study the game of basketball. Where they're nice, but they also pay attention to the intricacies of the game. And then you got dudes more like Paul Pierce, where it's like they just nice. They don't really look at the fine tuned details. You're just good at basketball. You just be playing off of instinct and just playing and hooping because you're 6'8", you're strong, and you can shoot the ball.
Hmm,
Right.
Because he don't know what he be talking about.
not at all.
Or fuck Kenny Smith. Kenny was good at basketball, but he studies the game. Like Kenny be know what he talking about. Chuck be make me sad sometimes.
Kenny, man, he could be a coach if he wanted to. He just don't want it.
He got a
The
coaching app right
Jet.
now. He put out like an app where he like you can it's like a training app or whatever where kids can like send in footage of you shooting or whatever and have like different people break it down or train. He has an app for it.
No word.
Kenny the Kenny the Jet Smith.
Shit, a lot of
You
niggas got
got to
that
rate.
now. Hey, I'm saying my boy THT out there training with Phil Handy trying to get that shot right. My boy Phil gonna get him right, boy. THT about to come out that bitch averaging 25 next year. That's what I tell you.
Yo, he should definitely be starting next season. 100%. Like if they don't start him next season, it's a crime.
I think they will. They were giving him a bunch of minutes near the end of the season and in the playoffs, so he's probably starting.
Shit, they'll trade THC just to get Dame.
Nah, hey, don't he clutch
I would.
sports? Don't forget that he clutch sports. Oh, to get
True.
Dame, to get Dame,
But to
yeah,
get
to
Dame, I'm
get Dame,
trading him.
yes,
Like,
yeah,
yeah. It's
yeah,
like, goodbye.
yeah.
Goodbye. Sorry.
We gonna have a
Like,
trash ass like 10 years after that though. We ain't gonna have no young
yeah.
pieces, no young pieces. This is about to be a
and,
struggle.
Because, I mean,
and Kuzma still on the team.
I have mixed emotions about
Kuzma's
Kuzma.
in the next trade package for me if I'm the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie.
He
It's
moving.
like,
I have
Kuzma's
mixed.
who said Struder in the next trade package. That nigga want the
him
max.
too?
I'll put it like this. I'm not too proud to admit this. I was one of the few that thought he would be better than Tatum. So I was like, when he would, because he had like that 140 point game, and I'm like, oh, he nice. He in LA. He about to be better than Tatum. Cut to 2 years later, I'm like, I mean, at least you got a ring, my nigga. But shit, so I'm like,
But shit. And the but shit is Sixers could have got him. Sixers could have got Tatum as first overall pick.
Yeah.
He invented Tatum and Embiid, and unfortunately Ben Simmons, yeah, but that was just like a
Who's
skyscraper
winning?
team.
And then you still somehow get Tobias Harris? That's scary.
And then you put anybody that I guess you put everybody with the three.
Yeah, I'll put Tobias at the 3 and keep Tatum at the 4. Or just switch them based off whoever they play, honestly. It don't matter.
well, what goes into that is people, are you going to draft for talent or are you going to draft for fit? Because you have some teams where it's like, all right, like, we just want to get the best player possible and figure it out. And then you have teams like the Warriors or teams like the Suns now where they drafted for people that fit their roster the best. They complemented what they had. It kind of goes with what you
And,
like.
and
What you want to do.
y'all only
It
get
depends on
two.
what you got. Like if you already have your superstar, then I say draft a fit. But if you still hunting for your guy, then yeah, draft the best player you can.
Yeah, because
But
Suns been doing that.
90% of the teams have their guy, right?
You know,
You said what?
I don't think so.
90% of the teams got their superstar player, right?
No, I don't say
Not-
90%. I
not-
say
they have a person that they are kind of like the face of their franchise, but they don't have that guy that's going to take them to being in playoff contention. Like,
I say maybe 50% of the teams have like a guy that they think are going to be a.
What teams don't got a franchise player for right now?
So what are you considering a franchise player? Are you considering dude this averages 20 a franchise player, or are we considering somebody that we would consider an
All
all-star
right,
level
so
player?
what I'm saying is Steph, Giannis, KD, Trey, Booker, Mitchell. Keep going and going. Embiid, Luka, you can keep going and going and going until you get to like Sacramento and Orlando and like teams that don't have shit. Even Minnesota got Karl Anthony Towns. If you
Orlando got a franchise player?
No,
Orlando definitely
I say you keep
don't.
going until you get
Right,
Oh
to
yeah,
Orlando
right.
or
sure. I
Sacramento
was about to say
or
teams off the
Dame
top
or
of my
something like that.
head: Orlando, Detroit, Cleveland. Um, Shit, now that's up. Now I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, you're right. A lot of players, a lot of teams now have a lot of them because Charlotte got
That's
Lamelo
what I'm saying.
now.
Be 90%.
Yeah, I'm tripping. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I mean, Indiana Pacers don't have a guy. Cleveland, I don't really think they have a guy yet. Detroit doesn't have a guy. I like Zach
Uh,
Levine, but Zach Levine's not a guy on like he's not gonna take
Whoa,
your
whoa, whoa,
Zach
whoa,
Levine's a number
whoa,
two.
whoa.
He's a number two. I'm
Boy,
sorry.
stand,
He's a number
stand up.
two.
Beat your ass if you heard that, boy. You better chill out.
If
Whoa,
he in the
whoa.
chat, he can hop in the stream too.
You
But
unfaithful Chicago nigga.
you know I'm gonna win this game. You know. But Zach Levine is a number two. He's not a number one. Sorry.
Damn, I ain't gonna.
you had to go into the intangibles after you get to the main cities that don't have it. So that's when you get into Chicago and just like exactly number one and number two.
Yeah, he's a two. Like if he goes somewhere else where there's a one, then he's gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you put Zach Levine on Philadelphia, you put Zach Levine in LA, like he's gonna go crazy.
I don't
But
know, man.
by
I don't
himself,
know.
nah, I don't see it.
I see
But
him
when
as
you
a.
break it down, then it's just like then you can go to like Minnesota. It's like Carl Towns a one or two.
Like,
The way he's playing, man, it's hard to say because this season was supposed to be his best season, but he has so much other personal stuff going on. Like I can't really take it away from him. Like he had his mom die from no, his grandmother died from COVID, right? And then
his
his mom
mom.
died
Yeah, that was
last
his
year.
mom. Yeah.
Oh, it was his mom. Okay. Oh, so I
Yeah.
got that backwards. His
And he
mom
caught
grandmother
it.
died last year. Then he got COVID. Then his mom dies from COVID this year. Like his mind is not on basketball, so I can't.
And he still had an amazing. If we're not putting KD in the conversation, I think he's the best big man shooter of all time. I don't know any other big man where you can take 10 attempts a game and hit 40% from the three on 10 attempts. There ain't no other big man I can think of that's doing that. Even
Man,
Dirk was like
And
10, like
B,
10 attempts, you hitting 40 on 10? He only hit like 32 on like the 5 he hits.
and
Cat's
B's
thinking
in the discussion.
he's in a discussion, but it's unequivocally like Cat is 10 attempts. That's like Steph Curry like level attempts, and you're hitting 4. He's shooting Steph Curry efficiency from the 3. But you got 10 attempts.
I'm just saying, and B's in the discussion.
He's
At
in
the
a
very least.
discussion, but that's a big. It's like Cat and then Embiid. It's like a fat ass like gap in between there.
Yeah, because I mean, Cat shoots at the same efficiency as a guard. Like when it comes to the shot attempts and shot difficulty, like he shoots like Steph. Like
And he shoots step backs, pull ups. Like I'm like he's like a big guard. He's the best
So
KD imitation I can think
all
of.
right. So he shoots better than Luka. He shoots better than
yeah, he does. He does. Shoot
Lucas shoots horrible from the 3.
Yeah, Lucas. Yeah,
Lucas like
I'm
30%.
saying not just from three. I'm just saying in the vicinity from 3 feet to all the way back to 25 feet.
Yeah.
yeah, he's definitely better. Lucas a more aggressive scorer, definitely, but just strictly shooting, like the shooting touch. Yeah, Cat got it by a mile. That's not funny.
Like that's why when people with that Ben, we have to talk about that trade, right? The Ben trade.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because that's perfect. Let's just jump into that shit.
Ben for Cat. Let's do it.
Ben for Cat? That'd be hard, but if I'm Minnesota, I'm not doing that. Philly would love that. That'd be God. Oh my God.
Honestly,
Oh my God.
like
I'm for sure. I'm moving
Cat
to
fits
Bias.
next to Embiid beautifully, like because Cat will literally just sit out on the outside and still score 25. Embiid can sit on the inside and score his 25. Like
And Cat,
they're just gigantic. Like ooh.
both their handles are good enough. Like, bro. This is like my best comparison is Boogie and AD, where you can literally have like a 4-5 or a 5-4 pick and roll, and nobody can stop that because they both got a handle good enough to run a pick and roll off each other, and they both can pick and pop, and they both can roll. If you have the right play, that offense is so
That's the
disgusting.
ideal trade. That's the ideal trade.
Oh my God.
I mean, but like Minnesota doesn't get better like that in my opinion. I think
No,
they
Minnesota. They got to move D'Lo at that point.
Minnesota's a lost fucking franchise. It's just let's
I
just
don't
put that
think
out there.
so. I
No,
think
I don't think
next
they're
season
lost.
Minnesota has at least a season when they get to play go for that play-in tournament. At the very least, I say that
I
because
could see them making the playoffs. In all honesty,
I can because Cat is like he's a potential superstar. Like if he's 100%, he's a potential superstar. D'Lo is a all-star level scorer, and Anthony Edwards is a budding star. Like I think he can make some all-star games before his time is done.
and they fit. That's the thing. They all
Yeah,
all
they
three
fit
of them fit.
together, and they're young. Like Cat is the oldest one, and he's what 23, 24.
Yeah. And put it like this, like I think they were a little bit out of the play-in tournament, and they lost Cat to COVID for a lot of the season, and then he like hurt his leg near the end of the year,
And
and then
D'Lo was out for a
D'Lo was
lot of the
out.
season.
Yeah. It, so I'm like, if all three of them been in and out of the lineup, and you almost get to the play-in tournament, all three of them stay healthy for a year, and they all play and got to the gel after training
But
camp,
the
they
but
be
the
straight.
but did the organization recognize it? That's the issue. That's another issue with them.
It like I would trade Ben for Edwards because I think that help works out for both because Ben gets to come there and be a true facilitator, and then Edwards gets to go to the Sixers and be aggressive scorer. Like, and that's something that they need.
Yeah, that's definitely something they need.
Like,
Just like
but I mean,
just
you
like
got to throw some extra pieces in that because I mean, Ben Simmons is on a $30 million contract versus Anthony Edwards on his rookie contract. You're gonna have to throw like a lot of shit in there to even it out. But that's a good.
couple
I would take that.
Yeah,
picks, obviously.
I could see Ben getting traded for like D'Lo in Minnesota. D'Lo works off as a better fit, obviously for Philly,
Oh
but I could see
yeah.
Ben
Oh
working in
yeah.
Minnesota. Well, you
All right,
got again.
let me ask you this though.
Mhm.
Dame Lillard for Jalen Brown and picks.
Mm.
Depending on who they keep, that's nice. That's
Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
I just told you.
If they
Jalen
can
Brown.
keep Powell,
I don't think that deal will work. I think they're gonna ask for more than just picks with Jalen Brown. Like I think they at least want
All right,
like Evan Fournier,
Well, they lost
Kimba.
Kimbo, right? So
Yeah, Kimba gone.
nobody else will throw out there. So it's just like you get Jalen Brown and picks.
For Dame, I can see them easily asking for like Robert Williams, and if he's gone, that's tough because then that's one of the only viable big men you had.
mm,
If I'm asking like if that's my asking price, I'm not just getting Jalen Brown. I'm trying to get Jalen Brown and somebody else that's young. If I'm rebuilding,
Okay,
if I'm
so
Portland.
all right, let's say this. Dame for uh I'm gonna go Warriors on this one, so you need to help me out with this a little bit.
okay.
Dame for Wiggins,
You
Wiseman,
can have everybody. If I get step next step, yeah.
I keep Draymond. Draymond, oh my God, that's Clay, Dame, Curry. Like I don't see Dame playing to say. I don't see Dame playing to say. I feel like you could get rid of Draymond at that point, possibly, because you have Dame handling the ball more, and he could give it up to Curry. But they'd have to like redo that entire system because it's based around Draymond at the wing, at the top of the key, and facilitating there.
Yeah,
But
you got coach there. So Draymond, Wiggins, and
Oubre.
Oubre and the other guy. I forgot.
Wiseman.
Wiseman.
Wiseman for Dame.
I don't see Wiseman and Draymond going. Like if they leave,
Why are we back to being the most hated franchise? We just trying to make it out here. We just trying to come back, and that's coming from Stan.
Of course, yes. I hate y'all for sure. I still hate y'all. I have residual hate for y'all.
What we do?
Nigga, what you mean with you? Dominated basketball for half of like a good chunk of my life, bro.
We drafted some good players, and we signed another really good player. That's all we did.
On a Bulls run. They went on a Bulls run.
That was the most out of context. Oh yeah, we drafted some niggas. That's cool, but if we signed a nigga, we signed a player. Like we signed a nigga. Like, it don't matter.
We just signed a really good guy. Like
that shit was annoying.
Who wouldn't sign KD if they got the chance to sign KD?
That's fair enough. I'm just pissed at KD for doing that. Still, I'm like, bro, you really wanted that ring bad. They beat
He
you
He
got
three
it.
got
He
two
got
one.
of
to.
them. He got two.
He wanted that bad. I
Hey,
can't
he
think of
earned
anyone
it.
else in that scenario that did that though.
Hey, look at
Just
this.
that
A half an inch got him from going to possibly the finals this year.
he nice. I mean, I ain't never doubted the nigga ability, but like the optics of you blowing a 3-1 lead to a team and then going to that team the next year, and then you're down. I'm like, bro, that's a bad look. Obviously, as you know, it's a bad look because niggas still hate on that man to this day about it. But I don't know nobody else doing that. I don't even think LeBron does that. I see him leave,
Listen,
but I don't see LeBron going to like Dallas after they beat him.
I mean,
Is that is Durant's move the softer move still, according to Stephen A?
To me, it is. Yeah, yeah. You just gotta
uh,
hoop, bro. All you gotta do is score. You don't really gotta do nothing. Like you go to a team that's already
And
won
then, and
73 games.
I
but it
better
works though. Like it worked perfectly.
listen. Uh, Dane Lillard better get in the Hall of Fame off integrity alone for staying with the fucking Portland Trailblazers. Get in the
Dang, oh
Hall of
yeah,
Fame for being
he a
get in
Hall
the
of
Hall of
Famer for
Fame for
sure.
integrity.
He a
Yeah,
Hall of
they
Famer.
was Hall of Famer. 100%,
Yeah,
Get in the
definitely.
that
Hall,
was what I was
get in the
saying.
Hall of Fame for
If
integrity.
he never wins a ring, Dame's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Dame and I look at like Dame and
That's
like
that.
CP3. Like I honestly, I don't even think CP3 really needs this ring. I mean, it's great to
Oh,
see him
he's
get
definitely
it,
still a Hall of Famer.
but he don't like I
He
don't.
needed for top. He needed it for top five.
Yeah, top five. He kind of needed because
But
he don't
people
have
really
any
gonna give
other
it.
accolade besides that.
But people really
Besides
gonna
number
give it to him
six.
like that though, because of how he got it though. Again, I'm not taking anything from it, but to put him like, I don't think the using context and the way he gets this ring, I don't think this ring puts him in the top five because of how he got it. You know what I mean?
Okay, so all right,
But
so
how did
put it
he
put
coming
it.
out
Hold
and
on,
leading this team?
hold on. Put it in context then. The way, let's just say Atlanta won, and then it's Atlanta and uh Phoenix in the finals. Who had the hardest road?
Atlanta.
Yeah,
All your
So we're gonna
competition is
take.
perfect. It's just the hard.
definitely Atlanta.
Again, I don't. I just don't think it puts him any higher. Like I think he stays where he is. I mean, it's great to have him have it, but all time rankings, I don't think he moves because first round, you have the best player coming off an injury where he's not playing 100%. The second best player just isn't there. Next round, the second best player isn't there, and you get into this round where again, this round's the best competition they've had. Granted, Giannis is coming off of an injury, isn't playing 100%, but he's still playing hard.
And that proves my further point. What does the regular season awards matter? They don't matter.
They really I don't put a lot of stock in them because it's not something the players vote on, or it's not something that's like unbiased. Because you can be biased and vote.
So Joker not playing don't mean shit. Then if that's the case, he's
It's about
regular season
Jamal.
awards.
It's about Jamal not playing.
No, I'm talking about. Well, also him not playing, but Joker didn't play for the
Joker
most
played
part.
He played.
For the last
the
game, he
last
won.
game. Yeah, he said fuck that last game, bro. He didn't want to play that shit.
He was
He gonna
mad.
foul out. Yeah, I'm averaging a 30-point triple double and get my ass beat. Like I don't want to play either. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You got it.
Fuck
You
that.
Like
I
got it.
had that.
if I'm Jokic, I'm pissed off at Porter Jr. because like you come with all the cockiness, like you a scorer, you this, you that. Like, what the fuck are you when we need you, bro?
He's too trigger happy. Like before the ball touches hands, it's gone.
He
Like
ready to shoot? Yeah.
yeah,
His decision making on shots is horrible.
but that's what I expect from him. He's like what 22.
Yeah, I mean, this is what his second actual season, his third season total, but like, yeah,
Yeah,
he missed his whole first season because of injuries.
he's gonna be stupid once he like gets once the game slows down for him. He's gonna be stupid nice. That's why like Kuzma's the example of like play when it comes to consistency and having a consistent role. I think Kuzma's a little better than what he is now. I don't think he's as bad because you look at like if you look from the time he got drafted when he first gets drafted, you're the first scoring option. You're the like you're next to Lonzo. You're the scoring like you're the second behind B.A.E. and that's the duo. And then LeBron gets there. All right, now you're the second scoring option. You're like the third. You're the fourth scoring option now. LeBron's there. Ingram's still there.
Like, you're
Now,
not even a starter anymore.
Yeah.
That
Now Ingram comes in. Now Ingram leaves, and then you have AD come in. So now you're not starting, and now you're like still like the third, fourth scoring option on a night. It's like, and then when them niggas get hurt, now you go back to you starting and you're the first scoring option. They come back halfway through the season and now you're back to the bench. Like his role has changed every season and halfway through some seasons. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's tough to get a rhythm going. Lonzo's
Honestly,
prime
like I
example of
mean,
that.
you put
And
Kuzma on
then
another
and then
team. I
and
mean,
then
he's
add
just
Shooter, and then add Shooter after that.
right.
So I'm
And
like,
then
he's
added
nice.
Struder and Andre Drummond to push him even further down the pecking order. You know what I'm saying?
And you already know both of them niggas just want their stats. They already
Mm,
made that apparent. He made that
mm,
clear. Shooter's like, I want you to start. I want $120 million. I'm
mm.
like, you are smoking crack rock. Yeah,
Ooh,
ain't no. If
120.
anybody in the league gives you $120 million, they deserve to lose for the next 15 years.
Like like $120 million in like 10 years. Yeah, give him $12 million a year. That's what he's worth. No, he's worth more than that. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's crazy. I was like, I was so pissed when I heard that. Drummond, I keep Drummond. If we can keep Drummond, I want to keep Drummond. I think Drummond playing. I don't. Drummond just when he got inconsistent minutes, he came off of not playing half a season, and then he fucked up his toe. I think Drummond
yeah.
going through training camp, playing with AD and LeBron, and getting conditioned the right way. I
That's
think
the
he's
big thing. Like, if
yeah.
Drummond and AD can get like some chemistry together, that's a scary duo down low. Like,
That's nice. Like you saw again, like Stan said he wants more touches. Like we playing 2K. That's like a big to another big lob because you're gonna have to double AD if he's hot. So you just toss a lob over the goal to Aiden, not Aiden, but Drummond, and it's an instant
Drummond,
bucket.
yeah.
So we run that.
Drummond, you like
So
Drummond Abdul Jabbar?
uh,
That's a call them now.
that's what he
Yeah,
called
no.
himself. I'm
He
like,
called
yo,
himself that?
yeah, he's selling merch. Well, I don't know if he's selling merch or it's a gag, but he put up like a picture of merch with like him on it with that name.
Oh,
Drummond
oh.
Abdul Jabbar.
Because I'm just like, I literally went off on. I normally don't go off on niggas in public, but this dude was like, yeah, Drummond creating shots. I'm like, you said what? He said, yeah, he's creating shots. I'm like, this nigga has never created a shot for any team he's been on. Let's chill out. Let's chill out there. But off season for us, if we resign, obviously we got Bron and D coming back. Resign Drummond. I would bring back Wesley Matthews. I would try to go and sign. I
You
resign Ben
just shitted on
McLemore.
Matthew. Well, you just shitted on Matthew Matthews earlier. Just to let you know that.
Yeah, that's like yeah, I did. But for what we have now, I'd keep him. I don't know if we can get him on the visit.
You
We
gotta
don't have
have
a lot.
somebody capable of shooting.
We don't have a lot of options there, and he's like the best shooting slash defender we can get. If we can get him, maybe pick up Ariza on a 1 year deal on a vet minimum. Get Ben McLemore back if he was playing nice, and then trade Kuzma for if we can get Dame, perfect. If not, I'd lean more towards trying to get Buddy Hield and like Harrison Barnes maybe. I'd say if I can't get Buddy Hield, I may take Harrison Barnes. I know
You just
honestly.
want more shooting. Bottom line, you just want more shooting.
More shooting, better defense. He can facilitate. DeRozan is cool, but I just don't like that lack of shooting. I think I don't like that.
If
We've seen it
DeRozan
before.
goes to the Lakers, like they're gonna play offense like a '90s basketball team, all mid ranges and drives the basket. Like that's just what that team would be.
Which should be cool as long as you don't shoot the attempts. But I know for a fact with LeBron and AD, they're gonna get threes up. Like they just can't help themselves. So I'm like, just get niggas that can shoot the ball because that team's gonna get threes up.
Alright, so
Ariza, McLemore.
Yeah,
we all got
Buddy
we
Hield
all
on the
got
Lakers would
Sunday.
be nasty though.
They
We
want.
all got on Sunday.
For
I
game three,
I think
Yeah.
Milwaukee's gonna bounce back. Because in every series they played so far, by the third game they've made some sort of adjustment, and I think by then Giannis will be a little bit more conditioned, so he can play more than 5 minutes
I got
in 5 minute
I
bursts.
got 3-0. I got 3-0 Suns on that one.
I got the Bucks taking one. I never had the Suns sweeping this one. Like Bucks don't get one, especially at home. They're gonna take one.
Yeah.
They might get the gentleman sweep. I ain't talking about game four, but
All
game
right.
three, I guess the Bucks.
I got 3-0 Suns on that one. But that's our time for the Friday sports. BlurCon. If y'all coming to BlurCon, y'all see that NBA tournament, NBA Jam tournament edition. Just holler at me if you want to play. I'm betting money on that. We can talk
Tell
sports
us.
there if you're there. Listen, I'm gonna pick Indiana. I'm just letting you know that Reggie gonna shoot it. He gonna jack them threes. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna be there to record it because I haven't played NBA Jam since Sega
Stand.
Genesis.
I played Stand on that busted version. It wasn't tournament edition. I'm not counting that. So
And Stan, he said, "I'm there in spirit." It's like, all right,
he there spirit on that busted ass machine.
mm,
That wasn't tournament edition. He can have
yeah.
it.
You and
But
Tasha got to come next year, bro. Like y'all both got to come. She inducted too now.
Say less.
we'll see. I think we might run a show next week at Blair. I
That's
don't see one now.
that's the
So
guys. I mean,
I'm
that's the
pretty sure
goal.
the Suns gonna win by then. So I mean, why not?
Says them. I mean, yeah,
They'll play Sunday then Wednesday.
yeah, Suns might.
That might be 4 right there, or they're gonna play the next game on Saturday. So that might be the 4-1 right there.
Fair
But
enough.
you know, shout,
I think that Torrey Craig injury affects the ensues. I think that we'll see what happens with that. I don't think it's too major, but I think that does affect some stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it affects their rotations, but
Yeah.
At the
yeah,
very most, it affects the rotation. Okay,
I still
shout out
got
to
them on the
Charlie.
series. Yeah,
Shout out to
thank you,
Charlie.
thank
We
you,
don't
man.
know. We don't know where the Gus is at. He fell to the shadow realm. You know, me, Otis, holding it down.
As always.
Oh, the people that's watching, we'll have a fantasy football league soon when that month of August comes and the glorious game of football comes back. Hopefully, y'all fantasy football for money. But in the meantime, next week, BlurCon, just throwing it out there. We're gonna have a booth. If you're watching, come to the booth, chat with us a little bit. Don't chat with me too much, and we can be a little drunk. Just a little high and by. That's about it
Host,
for me.
host somebody vlogging that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I might. We be vlogging
We're
the
gonna be
whole thing, Majiggy.
yeah, we're
I'm
probably
there
gonna
in
record the
spirit.
whole weekend.
Say less. I'm
Yeah,
sure I'll
just
be
be,
informed.
be there.
be there in the comments. Be there in the comments.
Be
I'm
there in the
sure.
comments. I'm on that great goose and grape juice. So
This is great juice.
that's it.
Shit.
Otis gonna be drinking. I'm gonna force Otis to drink. So
I'm more of a
it
smoker,
is
but
what it is.
it's for the weekend.
Nope.
I'm drinking.
Nope.
I'm drinking for the weekend. I'm drinking for the weekend.
Nope.
Hey, if you see Otis head towards the Tron cam, don't let him do it. If he pop that shot, he catching a felony charge. Don't let him do it.
I ain't got money to bail him out, but
Then they gonna come up with
I'm
an
pretty sure we
felony.
come up with something. Come with a fun. Come up with
Go fund me.
a GoFundMe to get Otis out. You only got to pay 10%, so
They gonna pop the
they got to
trunk and pull it.
put like 2K maybe.
Gonna pull out an
But
infinity gauntlet out the trunk.
if that, so we'll catch y'all next week at BlurCon. We'll run a show there, so we'll holler at y'all.
And sign off for tonight.
Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.